Hello, and welcome to Unexplained Possibilities Podcast. I'm your host, Melvin the Crimson Taurus, and with me today is the third-eyed mystic herself, the ever-so-lovely Neema.
Hello, everyone.
So, we have a fun show because it's not going to be super serious and all that stuff. We might talk about a few ghouls and gobs and yees. But for the most part, it's a fun show. I think it is. Neema, what do you think?
I think it'll be good too.
So I just found out, literally seconds ago, that Neema is not a big fan of sweets. And this show is going to be pretty much about Halloween. And everyone in the U.S. anyway knows Halloween is the day of just pigging out on candy.
Stomach ache.
I'm now under the belief that when you were a kid, you ate so much, it just threw you off forever.
Maybe that's it.
I don't know if it
Yeah.
is or isn't, but that's what I'm going with. So, and I'll fight you
Probably.
for it. Hey, this has nothing to do with anything, but it's something I've been thinking about for a while, and I'm just going to ask you, just straight out, what is up with, women and getting upset that if guys leave the toilet seat up, why can't you just put it down and not worry about it? Or perhaps let's reverse this and you put it up.
Because it's gross. Girls don't want to touch the toilet seat with their hands. Also because we usually turn around and sit down on the toilet seat. So if you leave it up, we could actually fall into the toilet because we thought you left it down and you didn't. So it's actually more dangerous for us as women. And you guys don't have to worry about that.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to picture
Have you-
how the heck do you fall?
Have you seen the South Park episode where the mom's yelling at her son and she's like, you need to leave the toilet seat down, and she actually dies because she fell in the toilet seat.
Oh
and she
my
got stuck.
Oh, that is
It's
funny.
dangerous.
I'm sorry. How is that date of all the things? I mean, it's boy, I guess you must be in a slumber or something, just going in there and Frankenstein and just oh, da-de-da, let me do my business. Oh no.
Exactly.
Oh my God, that's terrible. Oh my God. Well, okay, there you go. That answers my question. Wow. Now I'm curious, has that ever happened to you?
I feel like when I was younger, I think so. But yeah, I think the main fact is it's just gross. We don't want to put the toilet seat down. We don't want to go in and have to touch the toilet seat and put it down with our hands. And then, it's just way easier for you guys. Just do it.
Okay, but I still think the opposite's also true. You can just put it back up when you're done, but use yay, it's gonna be a good show because we had tech issues. Speaking of shows, I'm still waiting for your second Third-Eyed Mystic podcast.
I know, me
What's
too.
going on here? Come on. Okay, that's good enough. And I'm going to ask you this because I know you didn't see it, but this is going to be our segue into some of the Halloween stuff. But did you perhaps see the scary moving dolls and statue video I put up?
Where did you put it up on? No, I didn't.
Well, I only put it up on one place, Neema. You should know this by now. It's clearly on Unexplained Possibilities.
Oh.
That coffee needs to kick in already.
Sorry guys, I'm really slow today.
I mean,
Extremely slow.
you're thinking about this like it was Jeopardy or something.
What is Facebook? What is? No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay. You missed out. That's actually a really good one. Well, according to some of the folks who commented, such as Tig right now in the comments saying it's the creepiest dang video ever. Not the creepiest, but for Unexplained it is. That one is kind of freaky, man. Like, there is this Snow White exhibit or whatever statue thing with the seven dwarfs somewhere in Mexico, and they said the Snow White statue is haunted. And so this team of paranormal investigators from Extra Paranormal goes down there and they're filming it, and this freaking doll or the statue, it blinks at them. Like it legit blinks. And the thing that makes it so creepy is it doesn't have eyelids. It's not an animatronic. That should be impossible. And it freaking blinks.
They recorded it
They
or what
recorded
happened?
this. Now, of course, it can always be fake, but
Right.
we're just going to assume it's real to add to that creep factor. Like, could you imagine you see a statue or something and it blinks at you?
Yeah, that'd be pretty trippy.
And you're not a fan of dolls, right?
Oh God, yeah, I agree with that. Dolls are spooky. They're
Okay, so
scary.
all right, so in the final clip on there, which is just my personal favorite, I can't tell if it's real or fake. It's just really good. This little girl, it's in Mexico again. She's speaking Spanish, and from what a few of the comments of the original video said, it was her birthday, and she was given a doll as a present. But she said like, "Oh God, it's an ugly doll," and she was insulting it. Next thing you know, and she's holding this thing. Next thing you know, this doll literally turns and looks at her, like in her arms, and she screams and just tosses that mess.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's sketch.
So yeah, you need to check out that video. It's only 6 minutes.
Okay.
Um, but moving from that, let's jump into some Halloween stuff because this is the time of the year where everyone likes to get freaked out and scared for some reason. Why is that?
Oh no, man.
Now, of course, the origins of Halloween, most people know it's Celtic and it can be found in Samhain. But before we get to Samhain, I do want to say that sometimes people get confused with Halloween and the Day of the Dead. They think they're the same things, but no, they are completely different. Not to mention, Day of the Dead happens, is it November 2nd?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Day of the Dead is November 2nd, and of course, Halloween is October 31st. And with Halloween slash Samhain, it was originally representing the end of summer and the start of fall winter, which I thought was pretty interesting. And and over time, of course, people were like, "Ooh, let's go get candy and trick people and this and that," and it turned into more of a kid-friendly type of thing. Have you ever gone trick or treating?
of course.
Really? Even though you don't like sweets?
Yeah. Well, yeah, when I was younger, I liked celebrating it, and my parents always took me.
Yeah. Do you
Um,
remember any outfits you used to wear?
I remember one I was a cowgirl. I've been Jasmine, I
Wait, Princess
think.
Jasmine from Aladdin?
Yeah.
Wow, you just like gave me the biggest smile ever because no, 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 Aladdin is my absolute favorite Disney movie. Like I
Uh-huh.
know the entire thing by heart, and I identify with Aladdin, and um, I just yeah, it's just something I really love. So like, wow, you just got 10 times cooler in my book.
Cool.
So, but yeah, so you were Jasmine, a cowgirl, anything else?
Yeah, I don't remember any other ones specifically.
Um, well, let's see.
What have you been? Yeah.
Um, I actually never have gone trick or treating.
What?
Yeah, I've
It's
never
like a
gone.
crime.
Yeah, I've never gone trick or treating. However, it was cool because at school we were able to dress up, or at least at one school we were able to dress up, and I dressed up as Batman.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that was the only time I've ever. No, I lied. I only dressed up two times for Halloween. One was for that school thing, and the second time, this is kind of jacked. So it was sixth grade, and um, what is this girl's name? Oh, it doesn't matter what her name is. Anyway, this chick was throwing a class party at her house, and she invited. She was supposed to invite the entire class, but only two people didn't get an invitation. Zulu Pharaoh and myself.
Oh my God.
and um, and so what happened was like I was talking to my mom and I was like, "Yeah, it looks like everyone's going. I'm not." And she was like, "Really? That's kind of jacked." And the girl was the teacher's daughter, so she spoke to the teacher about it, and apparently she was supposed to give invitations to everyone. And so eventually, like, she was overpowered and I was invited, but she didn't know I was going to show up. and so I wore some type of weird face paint and had on a dreadlock wig. And I showed up, and her face was priceless. Oh my God. It was like, what are you doing here? Gah! You know,
Why didn't she like you?
I have no idea.
Oh, lame.
But yeah, so that's what happened there. I mean, I laugh about it now. It's not too bad, but yeah, me and Zulu, man, evidently, we were our own cool kids. Yeah, so, but never would I ever say, well, my mom says I'm cool, so there's something right. And like, "Duh, I'm not saying that."
Dress up this year? Like, do you ever travel outside for Halloween parties and stuff like
No,
that?
I don't get invited to Halloween parties.
No, I'm not. I mean, like, not even invites, but they have like, I know in Arizona they used to do Halloween balls. So it would be a ball that you dress up to, and all you'd have to do is like buy a ticket.
Oh,
So,
no,
yeah.
no, no. I don't go out too much. So, but nah.
Oh,
Maybe one day, perhaps one day.
yeah.
Who knows? Maybe next year. Shoot, why not? Let's spread my wings a little,
Yeah.
and I'll go
Yeah.
as Aladdin once I get my six pack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wow, you said that like, pff, yeah, right, Melvin. You.
No, New Year goals, right? Get a six pack for Halloween.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what. Since I started working out at the beginning of this year, and I've kept to it, which is very shocking for me. I saw some crazy improvement the other day to where I'm like, what the heck? And now I can run like 2.5, 3 miles straight without
Oh,
like
wow. That's
getting
awesome.
too winded and mess. So okay, that six pack it is possible, but yeah. So what about you? Are you? I think last time I asked you, you said you probably weren't gonna dress up or something, but have your plans changed?
Yeah, a little bit. Because I have my Maleficent horns.
Ooh.
I have like the top. So I was like, oh, I'll just buy like a like latex suit to wear with it. And then if something comes up where I can go out or like some party or something, I'll just dress up as that and go.
Now this is how terrible I am. You said latex suit, and all I could think of is Tim Burton's Batman Returns and
Oh
Catwoman.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. There's a part in Maleficent where she's in a latex suit and she doesn't have her wings. And I was like, okay, that's like the closest I could probably get to a Halloween costume right now.
Well, hey, go for broke. Be sure to post some pictures.
Yep.
So, all right. So let's get back on this topic thingy majigger. I don't even remember the last thing I was saying. Oh
Well, we
yeah.
are discussing Halloween, so
Well,
it's
yeah,
okay.
that's true. And some personal experiences and or no experiences in my case. No, actually, okay, so a friend went to a Halloween party and he was telling me about it and oh boy, I kind of wish I went to that one. Apparently it was freaky in a good way or is that a bad way? I really don't know now. But
What?
he was telling me that it was about a 5-to-1 ratio of women to men. So for every one guy, it was five women. And
Mm-hmm.
out of, like, I would say two out of every five women was wearing something that was very revealing, so to speak. And
Right.
out of those two, one of them was willing to have some real fun. And he said he walked away with so many numbers and he got quite the workout and mess.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, boy, what a party.
Yeah, you should have went to that one for
I
sure.
should have, man, but then chances are, with my luck, I would have walked away with herpes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I go to the extreme with it. It's like, really, Melvin? Yeah, really. So, I'm just saying. I mean, and I didn't. All right, Tig. I did not remove that message. I have no idea what it says, and the thing automatically did it. So sorry about that. I don't know how that happened. Freaking YouTube auto mods. I shake my fists at it. Yeah. So, do you remember anything weird about some Halloween parties that you've gone to?
Um, Let me see. Block party. No. I mean, they've all been like balls or block parties, and they've all been really fun. But my roommate just told me about an incident where there was people dressing up, I think at Universal Studios or one of the theme parks, because
Mm-hmm.
you know how they have the Halloween events.
Yep.
And I guess there was someone who dressed up and told someone, gave them a knife and told them to stab their friend. And they said it was, they thought it was fake and they were just having fun. And the knife was real. And this person ended up actually stabbing his friend and he had to go to the hospital.
Oh my God, that's something out of a movie.
Yeah, and my roommate's like, she's like, that's exactly why I don't want to go to Halloween events because I'm scared that there's going to be a psycho that's dressing up and just playing it off and ends up going crazy.
And that is a nasty trick that you don't want to be a part of.
Right.
And get this. So apparently, playing tricks on Halloween has been around since the late 1800s. Can you believe that?
Yeah. What did they do back then?
That's what I want to know. I mean, yes, hear ye, sir, or madam, give me thy candy, or trickery shall become thy you this day of All Hallows Eve. You know, like what? What are you gonna do? Well, you're gonna slap the cow and make it run off or something? How does this work?
Right. I think it wasn't that in one of the articles where they said they'd set loose someone's cattle or
I
something. I'm
think
like,
so, actually. So, I mean, that's so weird. Like, what the heck? I just, it's something I never knew. And the thing is, though, if you go to the roots of Halloween, and we're going to Sam Hain, I don't believe they play tricks in Sam Hain. It was really a way to honor your ancestors, so to speak, who passed away. And as a matter of fact, according to this article, I'm going to read it right now. It says the family's ancestors were honored and invited home while its harmful spirits were warded off. People wore costumes and masks to disguise themselves as harmful spirits and thus avoid harm. Bonfires and food played a large part in the festivals. The bones of the slaughtered livestock were cast into a communal fire. Household fires were extinguished and started again from the bonfire. Food was prepared for the living and the dead. Food for the ancestors were in no position who Food for the ancestors who were in no position to eat it was ritually shared with the less well off. So that is such a far cry from what we do now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how cool is that though? And
Yeah.
now you guys know where part of the costume wearing comes from. It was to ward off not so nice spirits, or to even blend in, so to speak, so they wouldn't bug you, because no one wants to deal with some demonic entity or something like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But saying that though, Tig just said something, a different version. I didn't know this one before. He was saying that it was a time when ghosts and spirits came out to haunt, and the Celts would appease the spirits by giving them treats. So who knows? All the same, I suppose. Now, if you were back, I guess whenever Sam Hain was huge back in the day, what do you think you would be doing? Like, do you think you would be preparing the bonfire, making costumes? What do you think your job would be back then?
Huh. Good question. I don't know. I feel like I'd want to be part of it all. Um, yeah, just setting up maybe like a ritual form of uh, honoring the dead and like preparing the bonfire and the new beginnings of the new year. I don't know. I'd be all over the place.
Well, okay, that works. Okay, so now moving on a little bit in history, eventually the Christianity was incorporated into Samhain, and most people know this. And November 1st, it's what is it? Oh gosh, All Saints Day, which is also another name for Halloween. Sometimes they call Halloween, aka All Hallows Eve, All Saints Day, or yeah, that's right. But traditionally it's on November 1st, and then it's kind of funny because on November 2nd it's Day of the Dead. Like, what the heck? Isn't that weird? Like, why is it that, well, I know why, but it's just kind of weird that in different beliefs we have these days that are right next to each other for the dead.
Right. And it's just like, yeah, it's just based on religion, right? So if you believe in something else, they got to give you something similar to celebrate.
Yeah, I mean, I just think it's kind of interesting. Although saying that though, I'm surprised. I'm surprised actually Christianity adopted some of the forms of Sam Hain. I would think they would just slaughter everybody. Well, no, I'm not saying that to be funny or mean, but they kind of slaughter things that are a bit different. It's like, what? How dare you pray to this doll? Like, you die because it's a devil. Like, really, man? Come on. So, but yeah, I just think that's so cool. And you know what interests me even more though? It's that the veil might legit be at its thinnest around this time, to where spirits are actually rising up and moving around. Which, if that is the case, and if you had a chance to speak to a spirit, and to make it more fair, it can't be family. It has to be
Oh, dang
some.
it.
It has to be someone else. Who would you speak to?
Jeez. I was gonna say family. Like I was gonna say,
I know.
um, I don't know. Who's that other guy? Not like Edgar Casey, but like, um, God, I was just reading. Oh, probably like Dolores Cannon or like, yeah, probably Dolores Cannon, probably.
Now, I
Hmm.
do wonder what they would say, considering they are now on the other side after all
Right.
their research about the other side and stuff. Like, were you right or were you wrong? You know,
Exactly.
that would be pretty cool to think about. As a matter of fact, you know, I kind of want to experiment with psychoactives in a haunted location, quote unquote, haunted location, but on a full moon and see if there's a difference with things.
Wait. So you want to
Oh, not me personally,
do
someone
a?
else. I would just
Oh my God.
document
I
it.
was like, wait, what? I was like, you can't even do a psychoactive on a normal day. Like, why would you want to do it then?
Yeah, no, not me, someone else. I just want to document it and talk to them about it.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's crazy. Even I wouldn't do that.
Really?
That's like a psychoactive on like a full moon or say on Halloween. I would be so stressed out. I'd be so worried.
Really? Uh,
Something's gonna come out and get me. Like,
I kind of want to try this on you now.
gonna spike my drink with
Oh, no, no,
psychoactive
no.
drugs or what?
No, I would never do that. No. Um, I don't know. I kind of want to see what would happen though, because you're
Hmm.
becoming more and more open now, and you're starting to see the auras and stuff like that, and who knows what. So, huh?
Yeah. Tomorrow's a full moon, actually.
Re- Niema, I think it's experimentation time.
No, thank you.
Oh, look, Tig says he volunteers as a tribute.
All right. Perfect. We got our guinea pig.
We have our game, and he's in Colorado too. It's a lot of freaky stuff in Colorado.
Right? Why is that? Why is Colorado so sketch? Like, why
I
is it
think it has
freaky?
to do with ley lines, and it's probably quite a few that meet up there, so there's a lot of energy running around and such. Saying that
Hmm.
though, a place that I know for a fact has a legit portal there is Sedona. That's one of the
Hmm.
and a lot of serial killers. Anyway, Sedona's a place I actually would never want to go to because it's like legit energy and portals. And I mean, you want to experience something weird, go there, man. It's something off about, and that's the perfect spot for some Halloween scary mess.
Huh.
Yeah, it's just weird, and people lose their minds there. Oh yeah, Fort Collins. Yeah, that's right. A fun fact: my friend AP, he was close to Fort Collins when he was dealing with some of the alien stuff.
I had someone just order a journal from Fort Collins.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh?
Shout out to that person.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Hope you don't see anything that goes boo.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's cool, man. Well, kinda. Like Fort Collins is it. No, seriously, they legit have a tour bus that goes around to the haunted locations and talking about all the weirdness there.
Wow. Yeah, maybe. Oh, that'd be cool. Sorry, my dog's barking.
Oh,
Barking.
jeez. You know what? I thought it was a car screeching. I was like, "Oh my God, that's a car accident." But no, okay. So, never mind. I've come to realize something. My head does not work normally because usually everyone else sees or hears something that is correct, and then I usually pop up way out of left field on mess.
What are you referring to?
Oh, your dog's barking. At first, I thought it was a car screeching to a halt, and and it just reminded me of something from Facebook with my friend who showed me a small clip of something, and I was just way in left field about it, and I was like, man, my mind doesn't work right. Like it just doesn't.
So on the picture that you sent me, um, what did you think it was?
Oh,
That
it was okay. So you guys can know, I sent Niema as well as a few other people a picture that Rose took in her backyard. If I have permission, I just plop it up right now so y'all can see it, but I don't. So sorry. And it's she was in her backyard just taking random snaps of birds or whatever, and some birds were acting extremely weird and just flew off. So she caught a quick snap of them, and it was what she saw or thought was something else captured in there. Now, going back to your question, Nima, I'm fairly certain. Wait a second. Before I say my answer, did you ever figure out what I was talking about?
no, I
Okay.
didn't.
I I saw an alien, like a
Huh.
Zeta Gray to be exact. Yeah, how would you like him to pop up for Halloween?
You know what? I'm not that scared of aliens. I'm more scared of people that passed away that are just bad energy.
Well, you know what? The thing with that is you don't give them the time of day. Like honestly, because no, like I'm being so serious here. You just can't give them the time of day. You have to show them who's boss right away, and just be like, hey, look, I know you're here, but this is my space. You don't have control over me, and you can stay if you want, but if you cause issues, you're out. That simple. Like you're dead. I'm not. And really they will not have any power over you because it's as weird as it seems, it's your energy that you give off that empowers them. So if you fear them, then you give off all that energy, and openings start to pop up, and they take advantage of that.
Huh.
Like they'll get into your dreams, they'll almost suffocate you in strange ways. You'll always feel cold, and it's not fun. And you know, you'll actually your whole persona, everything, it will start to slowly change. You'll get depressed, and it's just yeah. But as long as you keep your power and you just let them know like, hey, you're not the boss here, you know, then they can't do nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, I wouldn't even worry about that. I personally would be more concerned about Bob. And well, no, you
Yeah.
see, I was speaking to Bonnie about this, and we both come to the agreement. It's like, yeah, we know what to do against spirits and stuff, but what do you do against an alien? You know, like how can you protect yourself from something that is just way, 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 way more advanced than you, and just like in the same dimension as you and can do whatever. I mean, and in that sense, you know, you have to hope it's a cool alien, and it's like, hey, you know, try not to take me too much or wipe my memory really good. You know, what do you do?
Yeah.
Or, oh, Niema,
What?
you're gonna have some black-eyed kids knock on your window.
Oh, hell no.
Yes. I don't know why I just
Not
thought about that.
today.
They're just gonna be.
That is so scary. That's awful. Ew, for Halloween too? Oh my God, that's so
Yeah,
scary.
that's what's gonna happen. Halloween night. They're just gonna.
Nope.
We know you're in
Nope.
there. Can I use your phone?
Mm-mm.
Can we have some
Nope.
candy? Can we get high? That's
Mm.
pretty funny though. Yeah, how are you doing on the Black Eyed Kids thing?
I mean, I'm okay.
Okay.
None of them have hit me up, so
Yeah, not yet.
you're awful.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I did nothing. I'm just, I'm just calling it how I see it. Now, Day of the Dead, that's so weird. With Day of the Dead, we don't really celebrate it in the States, but in Mexico, Central America, they definitely celebrate it. And like we were talking about earlier, it does have some roots in Catholicism, and it's pretty interesting with the Day of the Dead because for them it's like a legit celebration, where it's dancing and they make skulls, like they'll have death running around in outfits and stuff. It's pretty cool. And they talk about the circle of life. And unlike Halloween Samhain, for them, it's literally teaching you you don't have to fear death because there is life after death, as opposed to blending in and trying not to get hurt by said spirits. How interesting is that? But this is what confuses me. Okay? So within Christianity, and I mean all Christianity, I should say Abrahamic belief, anything outside of, well, Jesus, God, and Mary, is considered taboo and not good. And yet here we are with some of the most, with a huge population of Catholics, and they're celebrating something that is literally glorifying death.
Yeah.
And yet, the Catholic Church doesn't say, "Oh, this is evil," and you not do that. So, versus something like voodoo, with the Gide family, who it's similar, different but similar, where they talk about how it's life after death, and you're speaking to your ancestors, but they demonize it. They say like this is totally evil and demonic. And what's the difference? Like, why is this one evil and this one isn't? Is it because
Right.
these are all followers of Catholicism and you don't want to lose those people, or what's the deal here?
Yeah, true.
So, what's your thoughts on that one?
I mean, yeah, I feel like a lot of religions like demonize it. Like I remember going to, I don't know, it's always fickle because you're right, Catholics do celebrate um, Halloween, but when I used to go to a church in high school, Christian church, they didn't want you to celebrate Halloween at all. Uh, they thought it was bad. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, and the other thing too is I wonder what is bad about it. What makes this bad? Because again, even going to Sam Hain, its roots, like they're talking about being with ancestors and just kicking it with them for a minute. And it's
Right.
legit a celebration. Even Halloween. Halloween isn't about summoning demons or anything. I mean, yeah, people of course want to get scared and spooked, but it's not about actually summoning demons or using spirit boards and mess. It's literally about, at this modern Halloween, it's just about having fun.
Yeah, well, I guess Christians view it as, contacting the dead, which would be bad because it would be considered, necromancy or
Yeah, and
um,
again, I don't
bad.
understand that either because if we really get into it, Jesus is a zombie. So, I mean,
Right?
and even going past that, it's all right to talk to Jesus, even though he's
Right.
dead, but not your ancestors.
Yeah.
I,
True.
I mean, and
Good point.
that's what these holidays are about. It's to the part of it is to let your ancestors know, or just spirits in general, like we know it's more to life than death, than physical death. We know you're around. Like, man, we're happy with you. You've moved on, and hopefully you're in a better place. Hopefully. So I don't
Yeah.
know. It's just weird to me. And oh, hey, have you seen Halloween, the movie?
The new one?
Yeah.
Well, I'm a big fan of the Halloween that Rob Zombie did.
Okay.
But like that's my favorite one. But I heard there's a new one out, so I'm thinking about going to watch it. I don't know.
And I, even though I talk about paranormal mess all the time, I'm not a huge fan of those type of movies too much.
Huh.
Yeah, believe it or
Yeah, that's
not,
weird.
I don't care for the jump scares, and I'm not a big fan of gore and super killing and all that stuff. Go figure, right?
The main reason why I like Halloween is because he is in a mental institution and he's mentally ill. Like they portray it as he has like a mental illness, and I'm just always fascinated with mental illness. So that's one of the main reasons why I like that movie. I'm not really into a lot of gore either, but the fact that they incorporate that, I like it.
And somehow you just got that much scarier. I mean, and again, this is my warped mind. I hear what you're saying. You sound very normal saying it, but in my head, I'm hearing, yeah, I totally like crazy people. It's awesome. I hope they go nuts more and more in that padded cell with the straight jackets. It's amazing. I love it. I can't get
It's so
enough.
cool. Pretty much.
You agree with it? Oh no. Um,
Yeah, yeah, I'm fascinated by it. People who plead insanity and like murder people, I don't know,
you
it's
are
pretty cool.
really not helping your case. Oh my god. You see, wait, do you watch those like those shows that come on like Lifetime or A&E where it's like I would have
No,
gotten away with it in the murder or
no.
48 hours. Okay. So you're not that nuts.
See, I can't do that. No, no, no. No, I
Real
can't
life you
stomach
can't
that.
do like
No.
that. Okay.
No.
Whew. Glad we have that taken care of, man, cuz I was like, man, it is no freaking way I am going to meet this chick. Man,
Right.
like if I don't come back, Niema took me. I'm in a trunk. Help. Jeez, man. Um okay, so that's good to know, and I now know what to send you for a Christmas gift.
Wait, what are you sending me?
I'm probably gonna send you a straight jacket.
Oh, that's so cool. No, just kidding.
Yeah. But okay, so Niema, what would you rather celebrate? Sam Hain, Halloween, Day of the Dead.
Um, E. Sam Hain and Halloween.
You can only pick one.
Both.
You
No,
can't
I
have
want.
both. You can only pick one.
This is America.
Well, don't get me started on that.
Oh man. I guess yeah, I kind of like the ritual aspect of ending summer and starting winter more than I like trick or treating because of course I don't like sweets. So
Yeah,
I guess so.
and give me 1 second here. Something is going haywire, and I don't know why it is. So, did you know on Sam Hain they practice divination?
No, I didn't.
Do you know what divination is?
What exactly is that?
Okay, it's fortune telling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
practice
that's cool.
divination, and even though it was already pretty much a form of everyday life, it was still something that they really like doing at festivals. And, every now and then it's actually kind of a tradition over here. And for Halloween, you go to a fortune teller or something like that. Not in Day of the Dead, however. They don't do that, but oh, that was the cat. In Day of the Dead, they of course they have parades and festivals, but they won't tell the fortunes and everything. It's quite literally about the dead. And the interesting thing with the divination that was happening for Sam Hain and sometimes in Halloween, and this might actually sound very familiar. They would have girls look in the mirror and like if a spirit would show up or something like that and it looked familiar to someone, or if you met yourself, then that means that you were going to die in the coming year.
Wow.
And then sometimes it's said that girls watching mirrors on that night, it would show, like sometimes they might see the man they're going to marry. But on the flip side, they may also see the devil.
I wonder if that's where that Bloody Mary thing
Yeah, see, that's
came
what I
into
was
play.
getting at.
Yeah.
Now, I can't say if it's from Sam Hain or not, but it is similar. Have you ever done the Bloody Mary thing?
Yeah, when I was younger, with my sisters,
I'm
we used to
assuming,
get really scared.
did anything ever pop up?
No, we were just like pansies. We were just getting freaked out for no reason.
I remember, this was so many years ago, but in first grade, in the boys' bathroom of all places, they would do the Bloody Mary thing. And one kid, he lied about it and said, "Oh my God, she actually came out and I had to run for my life." Like, yeah, sure you did. You're not. He was tubby too, so he wasn't running anywhere, man. Oh, it looked like a freaking donut talking about he ran for his life. Yeah, right.
Oh my God.
Well, I can say that it was many years ago now. So,
Oh my God.
yeah, you're
So
like,
mean.
why are you so mean, Melvin? I'm not mean. He did. He looked like a donut. Like, come on. Sometimes you just can't deny if a person looks like a donut or not. I'm not wrong. I mean, shoot, you called yourself a toothpick.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, there we go. He looked like a donut. But
Maybe I'll be a toothpick for Halloween.
that would be kind of funny. That would be pretty creative. So would you ever do that mirror thing again? What is that my answer?
I'm dying.
I mean, the occasion is right, so. But what I was saying was, would you ever do that mirror thing to where you would, like, not say Bloody Mary, but look in it to see if you could find your future husband or whatever?
Probably not.
Really, you don't want to know the future?
No.
And why is that?
Uh, well, especially not like a husband. Yeah, I don't know. I think life is meant to be lived. Like, it's really weird when you know what's going to happen.
Well, now, the funny thing about that is, I don't think it actually is possible to really know what's going to happen in the future. I mean, yeah, okay, you could say, like, oh, I see in your future you're going to meet a guy or a girl. It's like, well, okay, that's pretty general. But
Yeah.
as far as specifics, I don't. Oh, I didn't know that, Angie. I'll bring that up in a second. As far as specifics, though, I don't know if you can actually get that from divination, because the future is always in motion. Every little thing can change it. But then saying that, perhaps, oh gosh, this is where it's going to get confusing. Saying that though, perhaps the future isn't as straightforward as we think it is. Basically meaning sometimes we see the future as just a straight line, but what if it's branching paths and each possible future actually happens? It just happens to another you in another dimension, or a parallel dimension running alongside us.
Right. I
And
completely agree with that.
yeah, so, and then sometimes I wonder if we're actually getting deja vu or certain feelings of doing things before because we've actually done it before, just in another dimension, another world, so to speak, another universe.
Yeah, like a parallel life is kind of bleeding into yours,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
you're
And
doing it
then,
at the same time.
then saying that though, what happens when we all finally pass? Does the you in these parallel universes? Do they all meet up at the end of this tunnel and you become one?
Hmm.
That would be pretty interesting, actually. Niema, this is why we need you to do the psychoactives on Halloween on the full moon.
Um, I thought we already had a guinea pig for this.
Tig, this is why we need you to do this. And, and Angie, she just said something very interesting. She said that she heard that you can actually see a past in the mirror, like the a way you died in your past life. Would that be
Hmm.
something you'd be interested in seeing?
Um, I have different opinions about past lives too because of what we just talked about.
Yeah.
Because if there is no time, then every past life, current life, and future life is happening at the same time. So with like past life regression or hypnosis, you're basically seeing an experience that might help you in your current situation. So yeah, I mean, I guess that could be more beneficial to see in a mirror than a future.
Yeah. Yeah, possibly. I wonder, do you think you had another life?
What do you mean?
Do you think you ever had a past life?
Well, that's what I'm saying
Yeah,
is like past lives don't really, if time doesn't exist only in this perception.
all right,
So technically,
let me put it this way. What do you think you are in a parallel parallel life? I like the sound of that. Yeah, in a parallel life, what do you think you are?
uh let's see. Oh, probably in a parallel life, I'm a healer of some sort, like because one that's like really close to this life now, I feel like is a healing aspect that's more so than my creative side, that's designing and stuff like that in this life. So I think in another one, I'm more on the healing aspect.
Hmm. Yeah, I could definitely see that.
Hmm.
Um, I would love to say I am some super deep cover action killing machine ladies man, but truth be told,
James Bond or something.
yeah, but truth be told, I am fairly certain I'm as close to a normal Melvin as you can get. Saying that though, I think I've had some rotten luck, which is very odd because a few people have done tarot readings for me. I didn't ask them to exactly, but they've done it out of the kindness of their heart. And for some reason, it's always the same freaking thing almost. I'm extremely lucky, and like good things are coming. Like I'm going to be in a position of power. It's just everything in between sucks. And it's like, how do I get there? And it's so weird. So I'm wondering if somewhere else I'm like a monarch.
Well, good things don't come easy, right?
No, they don't,
So
but they really should after a certain point in time.
I agree. I feel the same way.
Yeah, so I mean, it's like, all right, come on, guys, man. I did my time. Come on. Oh,
Yeah.
now, here's something. What if this life is actually a prison?
Eh,
Like, What if, oh, okay, this is my writing head coming out. But what if this life, this world is actually a prison for your soul in the physical body, and during the Halloween time, that's the one time where we say the veil's at its thinnest. Well, in this case, the handcuffs are at their thinnest, and you're able to see the other world, and that's the only way you can make your escape out of this physical body because you're trying to escape prison. Ooh,
Hmm. That's interesting. That'd be a good yeah, that'd be a good film,
oops, sorry, sweet pea,
little
I didn't
comic.
know you were up there. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, okay, I might look into that. So do you get a lot of trick or treaters in your neck of the woods?
You know what? This is only my second year living at this location. I don't, I'm not sure if me and my roommates were home last year, but I don't think so, even though I would expect it to because it's a small gated community and it
Yeah.
looks like, good neighbors and stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if people knocked on the door this Halloween.
Yeah, well, just keep the lights off and have a sign,
I
no
know,
candy
right? And
here,
that
leave.
sucks. That sucks for the little kids.
Oh, believe me, those kids are gonna get their sugar high somewhere. Oh, wow. You know what? This just reminded me. Okay, so you know how sometimes like you have deranged people who put like razor blades in the candy and stuff?
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
so get this. And this what makes it even worse. I mean, this is giving kids a legit excuse not to eat their fruits and vegetables. In Australia, there's some nutbag putting needles in oranges and bananas and mess.
Oh, that's so crazy.
Like, who does that? Like, what is your major malfunction? Yeah, like sometimes I'll get on kids and I'll call them brats and everything, but that's just too much.
Yeah, that's twisted.
So that just hit me. And oh, you know what, too? This because like that's a legit crazy person. Whoever does that, they're just a
Hmm.
nasty person. But now I'm thinking like you know how some people who are in asylums and everything, and usually they're diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia, but at the same
Hmm.
time, there's always that chance that one of them is seeing something from beyond. What if this is
Hmm.
actually one of the worst times of the year for them? Like, if you are aware that aware of spirits or energy and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Hmm. Because it's kind of like the same thing with the witching hour, like that specific time where they say that, it's the quietest and things are able to get through.
Yeah,
So, once a year, that's insane. I wonder what it's like.
yeah. So I just and don't you usually get up about that time?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, what's going
Hmm.
on with that? Because I like
It just never fails. And especially when I go to sleep, I see like a lot of energy around my bed and in my room.
I think
So
you're just
it's
having a
weird.
massive spiritual awakening.
Yeah, it just sucks because you don't like I specifically don't know what to do with it. Like I just see the stuff and other
Uh,
than that, it's just like, oh, okay.
yeah, and you know what? All jokes aside, I do wonder if it's going to be more intensive, or has it been more intensive for this month?
Uh, I did, well, I try not to pay attention to it because, of course I want to sleep and I'll stay up all night just watching the energy move in my room.
Oh,
But the other night, like 2 nights ago, I was literally seeing faces like form and just laying down, like they form. And they like, it's sometimes it's just like a scary face, sometimes it's just a normal face. And if I watch it, it like morphs into different faces and it's really crazy. But
holy crap! You need to talk to Bonnie.
yeah, and it's just like, And I just like put thoughts in my head like, hey, can you guys like leave me alone? Like,
Oh, yeah, that's a good
just
way
piss
of
off,
doing
go
it.
somewhere else.
Yeah, but no,
Trying to
definitely
sleep.
speak with Bonnie. That's pretty intense.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, no, speak with Bonnie. Like, that's very interesting. And I am so sorry.
It's okay.
But you're taking it very well, all things considered.
Well, I mean, because I like when I see the faces and they're like morphing like that, I kind of relate it to when I do psychoactives because when I do psychoactives, I can, you see the whole collective in the sky and it's like everyone in the universe is talking to you. So it's weird like that. So I'm like, oh, okay, these faces are probably, just people like energy moving, constantly moving. And people normally don't see that energy move and you don't see everyone. But when you do an extreme psychoactive, you can literally see everything all at once together. So
Wow.
I don't take it so offensively. Like I don't think it's all evil. I think sometimes it just might look scary, but that, get over the fear and it's not bad.
Okay. You know what? I think that's a good place to end because you got me. But and I hope everyone enjoyed our little chat, somewhat all over the place. Halloween, Day of the Dead, Sam Hain, Niema's awakening psychic abilities, and then some. Ooh, you know what?
Yeah, thank you guys.
Something else just hit me. I wonder if your crystals are playing a part because that's a lot of energy around you as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I have crystals literally everywhere.
Yeah,
And I
so
do sage very often, so
oh, okay.
maybe.
Anyway, yeah, thank you all for coming out, and thank you all who's going to listen to the edited version of this. And Niema, because I don't feel like saying all this stuff, where can people find your podcast and your thoughts and all that good stuff?
Well, everything is linked through my website, www.thirdeyemystic.com. You can find my personal writings. You can find podcasts that I'm doing with Melvin or my own podcasts, links to my YouTube, and everything else. Social media links, my products, anything like that is found through www.thirdeyemystic.com.
Okay, and don't forget to follow Unexplained Possibilities on Facebook and Twitter. Those links can be found in the description below. And remember, guys, there are things that go bump in the night. Invite them in for some candy and deep talk. Bye, everybody.